Science can be magnificent, bringing order to a chaotic world. However, significant scientific findings are inherently counterintuitive and occasionally surprising. Here are the 5 greatest risks to our tranquility. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at this unsettling discovery scares scientists. Yeah, you heard it right. Number 1. The Earth is not the center of the universe. We've had almost 400 years to adjust to the concept, but it's still unnerving. The sun and stars rise in the east, traverse the sky, and set in the west. The Earth has a constant stationary feeling. Galileo received more criticism than Copernicus for the idea. Some of his colleagues were so shocked by what new technology revealed, craters on a supposedly perfectly spherical moon and additional moons orbiting Jupiter, that they refused to peer through the instrument. Galileo's disdain for the Catholic Church was more perilous than his disregard for common sense. Galileo was judged guilty of heresy by the Holy Office of the Inquisition since the Bible stated that the sun revolved around the earth. Number 2. The microbes are gaining on us. Antibiotics and vaccines have saved millions of lives. Many of us would have died as children from polio, measles, or smallpox if not for these marvels of modern medicine. However, certain microorganisms are developing quicker than scientists can develop methods to combat them. The influenza virus mutates so rapidly that vaccinations from the previous year are typically useless against the current strain. Antibiotic-resistant Staphylococcus germs infest hospitals and can transform a minor wound into a limb or life-threatening illness. And new diseases are crossing from animals to humans, like Ebola from apes, SARS from masked palm civets, hantavirus from rodents, bird flu from birds, and swine flu from swine. Even TB, the disease that killed Frederick Chopin and Henry David Thoreau, is making a comeback, in part due to the development of multi-drug resistance in certain strains of the bacterium. Even in the 21st century, it is possible to die from consumption. Number 3. There have been mass extinctions in the past, and we're probably in one now. Paleontologists have identified 5 instances in the Earth's history when, for whatever reason, asteroid impact, volcanic eruptions, and atmospheric shifts are the primary possibilities. Mass extinctions have killed many or most species. The thought of an extinction took a bit to settle in. The discovery of mastodon bones in Kentucky, for instance, led Thomas Jefferson to infer that the enormous beast must still exist in the heart of the continent. He requested that Lewis and Clark maintain watch on them. Number 4. Things that taste good are unhealthy for you. In 1948, the Framingham Heart Study recruited more than 5,000 Framingham, Massachusetts residents to participate in a long-term study of heart disease risk factors. Extremely long-term, the study was currently recruiting the descendants of the initial participants. It, and following ambitious and rigorous epidemiological research, have demonstrated that exposure to tasty food raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, some types of cancer, and other health problems in a dose-dependent manner. It turns out that steak, salty french fries, eggs benedict, and triple fudge brownies with whipped cream are lethal. Certainly, certain delicious foods are healthy, including blueberries, snow peas, almonds, and oh yes, red wine. In times of scarcity, when it made sense for our hunter-gatherer ancestors to consume as much salt, fat, and sugar as possible, human taste preferences evolved. In the age of hostess pies and sedentary lifestyles, such desires aren't so adaptable. Number 5. E equals mc squared. Einstein's famous equation is one of the most brilliant and beautiful scientific discoveries, but also one of the most unsettling. c2, or the speed of light, 186,282 miles per second, multiplied by itself equals 34,700,983,524, which is the true explanation of the equation's potency. With this multiplier, a small amount of plutonium is sufficient to provide sufficient energy to destroy a city. Number 6. Your mind is not your own. Freud may have erred in this particulars, but one of his core theories that many of our behaviors, beliefs, and emotions are influenced by things that we're ignorant of proves to be accurate. If you're feeling upbeat, hopeful, and ambitious, check the weather. People are happier and more generous when the weather is bright. Even if all the samples are equal, you're likely to have a strong preference for the first item that you try in a taste test. The more frequent you encounter a person or object, the more you'll appreciate it. Mating decisions are based mainly on smell. Our cognitive flaws are numerous. We incorrectly generalize from a few examples. We misunderstand facts to justify our assumptions, and we're easily distracted or influenced by irrelevant details. And what we consider to be memories are actually just stories that we make ourselves every time that we recollect an experience. This is true even for flashbulb memories, which feel like they were burned into the brain. Number 7. We're all apes. It's really deflating, wouldn't you say? Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection can be awe-inspiring. You may be awed by the immensity of geological time or amazed by the diversity of Earth's creatures. The ability to appreciate and comprehend nature is precisely the sort of trait that should make humans unique, but instead it has allowed us to know that our bodily plan is only a recent variant of that of primates. We may have a higher capacity for abstract cognition than chimpanzees, but we are weaker than gorillas, less agile in the trees than orangutans, and more abrasive than bonobos. Number 8. Cultures throughout history and around the world have engaged in ritual human sacrifice. Suppose you're about to die and are preparing for the afterlife. What to bring? A little dollars for the ferryman, perhaps some flowers or remembrances of loved ones. If you were an ancient Egyptian pharaoh, you would slay and bury your servants next to your tomb. In China, concubines were sacrificed as eternal companions, while certain Indian groups demanded human sacrifices. The Aztecs sacrificed tens of thousands of people to inaugurate the Great Pyramid of Tenochtitlan. The losing Mayan side was occasionally slain after sacred ball games. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.